When I was stressed out, I have gum problem. I ended up like pulling 6 teeth out of my mouth, and I'm still working on my implant. And it's like this is fake teeth here.
That's what it's like. Okay? None of us have teeth, okay? These aren't our real faces.
일간 소울 영화입니다.
Netflix's biggest Emmy contenders this season. First, we have director Hwang Dong-hyuk, the creator, writer, director, executive producer. Netflix's #1 most watched series ever, Squid Game. So recently named one of Time Magazine's 100 most influential people. And Netflix Emmy-winning comedy series, Russian Doll. Executive producers, writers, and directors of Stranger Things. The executive producer and director of the limited series Maids, Netflix's limited series Anatomy of a Scandal. Who or what do you get your inspiration from? Director Wong?
Just different, case by case. For Squid Game, I got the inspiration from a lot of comic books. Like back in 2008, I was so poor. Spent so much time in comic book cafe and Japanese comic book about survival game or gambling. Got also another inspiration from my families and my personal history from my childhood. So.
You were struggling then. Would you have accepted an invitation to the Squid Games?
Yeah, maybe. If I don't know I'm gonna get killed, then I might accept.
You actually spent, I think, 12 years.
I didn't spend 12 years in working on it. I spent 1 year to develop a feature script. I spent 1 year to develop a feature script, and nobody liked it. Then I just left it behind. So I wrote and directed 4 feature films. Back in 2018, I just opened up my laptop again, read the script, and I thought might work better now than 10 years ago.
Was there a moment when you realized it had become a worldwide phenomenon?
I got a text message from the school friend from USC. He hasn't contacted for 10, 12 years. All of a sudden, he sent me a message what? Did you make this one? You directed the Squid Game? I watched it. It was great and went out and everyone's talking about Squid Game. My neighborhood watching TV and this Squid Game is everywhere here in LA. Then I realized, something's happening.
Yeah. But for you, when did it end up being the biggest challenge?
Well, similarly to what everybody's talking about with stamina, the idea of not disappointing them, you know what I mean? Really carrying that weight, having that stamina of just, no matter what, you got to keep up this sort of it's going to happen.
Being around that statue of that girl, he's in my nightmares.
She's kind of cute for me. When I was stressed out, I have gum problem, So I was not even able to chew at one moment. I ended up pulling 6 teeth out of my mouth, and I'm still working on my implant. This is fake teeth here.
That's what it's like. Okay? None of us have teeth, okay? These aren't our real faces.
Never been sure about this show. Everyone said no to me in 20 to 12 years ago. It's absurd. It's too violent. And so I'm sitting here with all these great, creators and talking about my show. It's my dream comes true.
구독과 좋아요 눌러주세요.